Hi everybody! Grab some coffee and get comfortable because this is probably going to take about 3 hours to complete. So the first thing we're going to do is take our rhinestones. These ones are hot fix, but obviously I'm not using hot fix. I'm using Aleene's Jewel-It glue. And what you're going to do is make small dots of glue on your fabric. Try not to use too much or it will wick and stain your satin. And place your rhinestones in a diamond position and then go around with smaller dots of glue and a size smaller rhinestone and just kind of scatter that around, and it will really give your gloves a very dense sparkle. Fifi's keeping me company and just trying to start some trouble. So I sped up the video a little bit just because I knew it was going to take a really long time, and I didn't want the video to be...
It's just that we're part animal, that's what I think. Like, more of a part animal than what you would think, you know?
What you doing? What you doing?
You not kiss her mouth.
I'm not.
I noticed you kind of
I'm not kissing her mouth.
kissing her mouth.
She kisses my mouth. So you're going to notice a lot of different backgrounds in my videos. I like to create backgrounds with AI just to change things up. I don't like having the same background all the time, and my apartment's really small, so if you ever see like really weird pictures in the background, you can thank AI for that. It can get pretty creative and a little strange sometimes. So in this clip, what I'm doing is I'm cutting out the fabric for the cuff on the top of the glove, and so I will be cutting 2 pieces for each glove. Now, when I did my measurements of the circumference of my arm, it was 13.5 inches, and you want it to be bigger than your arm because this fabric doesn't stretch. And then I made each of the 2 pieces about 6.5 inches wide, because they'll be folded over, and you want them to, end up, once you fold them over, being about 3 inches wide each tube that you make, but I'll expand on that in a few minutes. So when you have it go around your arm, the reason you want it to be loose is so that you can take it on and off easier. But if you find that the glove still slides down when you're wearing it, you can actually add a piece of elastic in the inside. I didn't use the sewing machine to sew the cuff on my glove just because I put the rhinestones on first, and I didn't want to sew through a rhinestone, but ideally you would probably put the rhinestones on after you put the cuff, but it's up to you. I hand sew a lot of stuff on, so that is an option as well. It's a little tricky to cut this fabric sometimes. This fabric is called, from what I've found whenever I try to search this fabric, because when I look up just faux marabou fabric, I don't usually get it. So what I write is long pile eyelash brocade with tinsel, and it usually comes up. You want to make sure that the pile is about 3 inches at least. The pile is the length of each of the faux feathers. But I really like this stuff because it's a lot cheaper than marabou, but and it's sparkly too, and it has a really good effect. I mean, on stage it's going to look like marabou, but it's going to be sparkly, so. So I cut this on a fold, but you don't have to. So I just didn't want you to get confused by the clip. So I'm measuring it now and then just shortening the piece. So there's the fabric. So what I decided on doing was folding the fabric over right sides together. I'm not sure if I started with So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold the fabric on itself right sides together, matching both edges, and I'm going to create a tube out of my cuff pieces. And I'm going to create 2 of those tubes and then layer them on each other. You have to be very careful with hot glue in this. It would probably be better to hand sew this, but I needed to work really fast. I was going to be filming the audition like that week, so I just wanted to knock it out. But yeah, you could easily do this with your sewing machine. But I was hand stitching this anyway, so I wasn't really concerned about, you know, sewing through glue. Gonna do the same thing on, oh, I guess I already finished that one.
Under the spotlight, a showgirl sings, whirl and sway, the rhythm strong, jazz and swing all night long.